Here's something that could be a problem, and again, a lot of my videos are made to help people eliminate problems or at least reduce the amount of damage in the future. Now here we have a gutter downspout. This would be carrying the water, looks like, from the entire upper roof area, not the entire area, but at least one side. You can see how long the gutter is on the upper area. It goes the entire length of the building, it looks like, and drains on top of the section of the roof here. Now, anything that drains onto the roof where it's going to be close to the edge can create a problem, and you'll probably get a better idea of what I'm talking about by the end of the video. Now, when they build tile roofs, they usually have the plywood, OSB, the roof sheeting on top of the roof rafters, and they cover it with paper, and then they put the roofing materials on top of it. In the center of the roof, it won't be as big of a problem, but once you get to the edge, you will have a couple of spots where the water can actually roll under the roof tiles and, of course, the building paper and go right in between the gaps. And again, what you're looking at here is what most tiled roof buildings look like without the corner end cap over it. It just kind of stops right there. And if any excess of water, which you would be receiving from the gutter that does not drain all the way to the ground and actually drains on top of the roof, could actually get underneath the building paper and underneath the roof tiles themselves. And trust me, something like this, you can have water flowing. I mean, if you know anything about roof leaks, you can have a roof leak about 12 foot away from the damage, because water will travel. It'll work its way in a variety of different funky ways. It'll actually run horizontal. It'll run, I should say, left to right in a situation like this, and it can actually run parallel to the shingles, depending upon how much debris is actually underneath the back of the roof shingle, trapping it or reducing the amount of water flow from water that actually gets underneath the shingles. In the drawing, I went ahead and removed the building paper to give you an idea of this is what the roof would look like without the building paper and the tile. And the water can actually get underneath the paper on top of this area. Next up would be the water that would get underneath the tiles and then sit on top of the building paper. And you're probably thinking, hey, wait a minute, once it's on top of the building paper, you're fine. Well, that might be, your thinking might work as long as there are not any holes, tears, or rips, cracks, any type of damage to the building paper. And as long as the water can flow freely underneath the tiles safely to the edge of the bottom of the roof and out. And again, this is where you could have all sorts of problems with debris, dirt from the roof, leaves. And of course, I'm just talking about regular dirt that blows around through the air, gets trapped up in these areas, and will reduce the amount of water flowing. So again, the solution to this problem would be to have the downspout go all the way down to the ground. I'm not a big fan of draining downspouts, gutter downspouts, onto your roof. You can drain them into other gutters if you think they'll be able to handle the flow of the excess of water. But it's always going to be better just run the downspouts all the way down to the ground. And if you do come to spots where you can't do it, you cannot do that, then I've actually seen people run the downspouts on top of the roof shingles themselves. I don't know if that would look real attractive, but it definitely would help reduce a problem like this, where you have a downspout near the edge instead of more towards the center. And again, you could always move the downspout more towards the center of the roof tiles to keep it away from the edge if possible. So anyway, there you have it. Just something that can happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but again, we need to reduce the possibilities while we're building our projects. I probably didn't say that right. We need to reduce the amount of problems, the possibility of any problems that could occur while we are working on our projects. Again, design, spend a lot of time on the design and try and solve as many possible problems as you possibly can, and then build the project. Don't build the project and then a couple years from now realize that there's a problem that could have been solved during the construction or the design phase.